What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about the CAT system, the Consolidated Audit Trail that the SEC has been trying to implement for years, yet the market makers and the brokers and the hedge funds have fought tooth and nail to stop. Now, the attacks have came on two fronts, and I'm going to explain both of them to you, and I'm going to show you how one problem is now solved and they cannot cry about it anymore. All right. For example, the CAT system fees. The CAT system fee is a big thing that Citadel said that they shouldn't have to pay, so that they have to regulate themselves. Doug Sifu and the rest of them have taken the same stance, that they don't feel that they should be charged for the Consolidated Audit Trail, because then they're paying to regulate themselves, and when they turn over the information and there's something wrong, they're claiming that it could be a Fifth Amendment violation there, that they are incriminating themselves. But you have no reason to say that if you're not committing fraud in the market. Well, the settlement over who's going to pay the fees has finally came down, and they're going to stick it to me and you, which is no big deal, because when they were crying about the CAT system and the fees for the each transaction that comes through, I'm screaming at my computers, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't care, I will pay the fee. But if you catch them stealing and naked short selling, we demand an accurate punishment for the crime. Now, does no good to put your data in the CAT system if it's turned around and for 5 years where they mismarked tens of millions of shares and they get $1 million fine. Get the out of here. If you want retail investors to pay for the CAT system, we demand from our regulators that they do their job and they make the punishment fit the crime. The second thing about the CAT system I thought was interesting, and I just came across it yesterday or day before. I messaged Donahue and was talking to him about it. And what exactly is the CAT system for? What is it trying to stop is the question. And you would answer naked short selling. And you would be right to an extent, because you got to understand where the naked short sales come from. All right, it's not somebody sitting behind the computer all the time. Sometimes they do, but there's an algorithm trading, and over there at Virtue there's an algorithm trading, and the two computers are going back and forth, trading with each other. There's no human involvement in the trade. That's what they want to cover up. Understand that. They could care less about my data, like I told y'all in previous videos. They just hacked and got everybody in America's information. So what's the problem with the data now? You don't want to put it in the CAT system. They don't want it to be seen where one computer is trading with another computer back and forth to manipulate the price of the stock. Now, to prove my point there, I was talking with ChatGPT, and I said, ChatGPT, do they have market makers and hedge funds over in the Forex currency markets like they do in the stock markets? And ChatGPT said, sort of. It's major banks and things like that. It's not market makers. And I said, well, do they use algorithmic trading? And ChatGPT says, yes, other countries use algorithmic trading like America, but they're regulated. And I said, well, wait a minute. What do you mean they're regulated over there? They're not regulated in the United States? We don't have regulations that says that high frequency tradings, two computers can't trade with one another? And the answer came back, no. We have established the Consolidated Audit Trail to track algorithmic trading and real human trading, but they refuse to put the data into the database. Now, I was just sharing with Donahue that if you're going to charge me the fee for the regulatory agencies, for these brokers to send that data to the SEC, then that data needs to get there. All right, and it needs to be on time, and because we're paying for it. We are now not just investors, we're customers of the SEC because they are in charge of regulating this market through the consolidated audit trail, which they pass the buck on to us. Like I said, I'm fine with that. I don't care paying a few cents. If we scroll on down here, it tells us that the catch system fee is a charge assessed to industry members such as broker-dealers like Webull to fund both the historical development and the ongoing operational costs of the catch system. Many broker-dealers, including Webull, pass the fees to the customer. The actual fee is 0.00052 per executed equivalent trade. Human trades. They're trying to stop computers from buying and selling from one another where no human is involved in the play. You know how they like to say it over there on the Clown News Network? For every buyer, there's got to be a seller. No. For every buyer or seller, there's computers doing it. All right? It's not human transactions. And that's where it's going on. What do you think? Do you think that they should have passed this on to us? Should we have to pay for the regulatory fee? Or should they pay for the regulatory fee? And does it bother you that we have to pay for the regulatory fee now? Or are you happy just to make sure that the data is going to go to the catch system and stop the corruption that's in our market? Now, if you didn't see my last video, it was talking a lot about Patrick Byrne, and he said something interesting in there, that somebody's got to go to jail. Now, I know it's an old video, but you think that man has changed his opinion? Him and Trump are like that, and Elon are like that. And, man, they hate naked short selling. And I believe that in about 6 or 7 days, when the election happens and Trump wins, I believe he's going to install Patrick Byrne as the head of the SEC and put Elon Musk over cutting the fat in our budgets and getting this country back to being the greatest that it's ever been. So with that, love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video.